What's good, happy people? It's 2024, and it's your boy Demark back again with the first video of the year. Um, in reflection of the year, I decided to go back and look at my most popular videos, and most of the most popular videos that I have are reviews, and I like doing reviews. So, seeing as in a few weeks we're gonna get a new Samsung Galaxy device, I decided to make a new review just for y'all. Uh, and that is going to be the S22 Ultra review, which I've had since basically release, a little bit after. Can't remember exactly when. Let me put it in Do Not Disturb, so because y'all ain't about to see my messages. So also put it in Do Not Disturb. Get rid of all the. I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. I've spoken about it before. You've probably seen videos on it where I talked about how the battery was so bad that I tried to get rid of it. Good news, battery got better. So I'm gonna break it down into a couple segments, and even though it's a freestyle video I'm doing, we're gonna break it down into some segments and just talk about the device. So first thing I want to talk about, uh, basically build quality. How is it aged? Is it looking better? This is a S9. I just have it for like a size comparison so you can see the difference between the S9. That's an S9 Plus, and this right here, S9 Plus, and you got the S22 Ultra right there. So you can see the difference in the size. Slightly bigger, slightly wider, slightly boxier, slightly thicker. And yeah, we like them thick. Pause. So you can see that the build quality is relatively good. It's been about 2 years, and ain't nothing wrong with the device. I use a plastic screen protector, by the way. I don't use with curved displays. I don't use screen protectors that have what do you call it? Glass. I don't use glass screen protectors. So, build quality wise, it has been great. It's the best phone I've ever had in terms of build quality. It's got that Victus Gorilla Glass on there, so uh, really tough, really durable. This phone I bought for somebody. I mean, it got cracked on the front and the back within a few weeks. So, for comparison, I know it's a much older device, but come on, man. So, when it comes to the build quality, the looks and feel of the device, all still pristine. I've dropped it. I don't have many dings or anything on it. Looks pretty good. So there you go. Spec wise, you already know what the deal is when it comes to specs. Snapdragon, I think 8 Gen 1, 12 gigabytes of RAM. This 250 gigs of storage, 256. Fingerprint reader on the front, ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. On the back, you got 5 cameras. You got your regular 108 megapixel camera, then 3 times telephoto, and a 10 times telephoto. And let's even take a look and see the telephoto range. So you got your ultra wide, 12 megapixels. This goes up to, it bends down to 12 megapixels, but it's 108 if you hit it. You got your 3 times telephoto, your 10 times, which is I think also 12 megapixel. The zoom on this shit is crazy. I'll let you know right now. The zoom on it is crazy. I remember I was in a shop with my homeboy one time. We were talking about the zoom on it, and he's an iPhone dude. He just came from Ghana. I was like, yo, let me show you something. And I kid you not. Let me see if I can find the photos. I kid you not. I pulled out the camera. We must have been sitting 50 feet away from wherever it is we was at, and I was able to zoom in and take a picture, and he was astonished. I've taken a lot of pictures with it. The camera is pretty good, video quality is good. There's been an update to increase the bit rate of the camera. So, if you want to see that, you want to see me test it out, let me know and I'm gonna do that for y'all. Definitely, when I'm done editing this, I'm gonna add some camera samples probably to the end of the video. And yeah, because the camera is incredible. It's very, 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 very good camera. Can't complain about it. Color reproduction, video, everything about it is really good. If I keep sniffing a little bit, forgive and forget. It's due to the fact that you already know there's like some kind of cold and stuff going around. Yeah, the zoom. I'm gonna have to look for the zoom pictures, but the zoom on here is crazy. So I think this is the best sample I have of me being able to zoom. But it takes. This is the wide angle. This is a zoom. It could have gone way closer, but that's basically the wide angle during Caravana. But yes, uh, camera quality is incredible. So we've spoken about build quality, camera quality. I'll put the sample pictures and videos at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. So what else should we talk about? Well, obviously the elephant in the room. For me, my most important feature on the phone is battery life. I feel like the battery life has gotten better since the updates that I've received. I'm now on Android 6. No, that's One UI 6, Android 14 if I'm not mistaken. So Android 14, One UI version 6 got the update in October. So you can see it's fairly recent. Let's look at the battery. Um the battery has gotten better, but it's not great. It can get you through a full day if you're working and you're not really doing much else on the phone. Most of your endurance is going to come from you not using the battery. So, this is what we have for battery right here. Let me see if I can find some screenshots. And, well, the battery, it's been 2 years. So, I would say that if this update or the updates were out during the beginning of this journey with this device, probably the battery life would have been like more than passable, acceptable. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the battery life hasn't been so great. I can't find the screenshots here, but hey, it is what it is. But from what you can see here, that's today. Um, let's see. Let's view the details. So we could actually go back and look at the previous days and see the trends, the battery life trends. Uh, and you can see what we used it for. Okay, there's another battery life trend. You can see each time there's a lot of charging involved. So use the numbers for what you will. Screen on time. Remember, don't look at the screen on time number alone. Look at the screen on time plus the percentage. That means I charged it from 100 to 0 and then another 83% on top to get this number. So you might as well divide this by 2 almost. Almost. All right? So let's take the 52 minutes out and say that's not included. So you're roughly more gonna get around 5.5 hours of screen on time max. for the battery life, which is not horrible. It's acceptable. Take it for what it is. So yeah, battery life is pretty. It's a mixed bag. Everything else apart from the battery life is great, and the battery life, depending on the type of person you are, you might find it passable. You might find it even more than passable. Also, for transparency's sake, let's look at the display settings. Now, when you change the display, then you're gonna have a problem. I use my display on auto brightness, adaptive brightness, motion smoothness is on standard, because once you put it on 120 hertz, say bye bye, even at 1080p. I keep it at QHD 60 hertz. To me, 120 hertz is maybe the biggest gimmick in tech on a phone. For me personally, because yes, scrolling feels smooth, but it feels just as smooth to me when I get used to it at 60. And the phone is plenty fast anyway. So to me, I don't find any use in using my phone at 120 hertz for any other reason apart from it feeling smooth. I'm not gonna watch videos at 120 hertz. I'm not going to play most games at 120 hertz, and I'm not really going to like. From a drawing perspective, I don't even draw on this. My main drawing device is actually my iPad, which I'm also videoing this review on right now. Let me know how the picture quality, the camera quality on that is. So, to be honest, there really isn't a point in like you turning on 120 hertz for me personally. Unless you're drawing and you notice the lines are more smooth and there's less latency, or you're playing games at a higher resolution, or you just really like scrolling and all you do is scroll and swipe. For me, keeping it at QHD makes more sense. I'll watch a QHD video on YouTube. Text is sharper on QHD. Do you get what I'm saying? So if text is sharper on QHD, I can watch QHD videos if all the elements are great at QHD. How are you marketing and telling people that 120 hertz is better than QHD when QHD takes more battery, does not make the letters more legible, and people say you can't tell the difference, and that's, to me, it's a bold-faced lie, because I can definitely tell the difference. Definitely. There's been times when I've accidentally turned it into 1080p and felt like the screen was messed up. Then I go and check, and now I'm right. It's 1080p. That's without going to YouTube. So take with that information what you will. So battery life decent, build quality decent. You've seen the size comparison. This is off. It's not broken or anything. It's broken, but it's just off. I just used it for a size comparison. Uh, if you're thinking about upgrading, one thing to keep in note is there's about 2 more years of updates for this. 2 to 3. 2 software and 1 security patch. So about 3 more years, and then maybe an extra year of you just not really caring. And there are people who have S3s in the wild in 2024, which I've seen with my own 2 eyes. So maybe you're looking for an upgrade. The price on this is real cheap right now. It competes very well with newer hardware. It has an S Pen. Let me. It's gonna be hard to pop that out with one hand. Pause. So it has the S Pen. I use the S Pen quite frequently to do a few things, like annotation, and let's see, do I got? And I've done a little bit of art on on here as well. I should do an art showcase on it. Let's see what we got in the gallery app. So you can draw some decent art as well. So if you're trying to use your S Pen to draw, it's definitely a go. It's definitely a go. You can definitely use this to get some art done. Um, apart from that, apart from the S Pen, what other features are there? There's a lot of features in the software aspect of it, but um, most of them I don't personally use that much. So if you want to see a feature showcase, I can go through step by step and show you what the features I use are and some that I don't use. But to me, the necessities have been covered. Let's play. Can I? Do I have royalty free music I can play? Because the speakers, maybe you want to hear the speakers, and we could do a little speaker test and see if you like the speakers. 1 second. All right. Let's see. So, speaker test. You let me know what you think about the speaker test. So, I'm gonna add some clips to the end of the video, camera samples, picture samples. Stay to the end for that. All in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, should you buy this? To me, yes, you should. Buy it at a nice moderate price. You don't need to break the bank and buy something new unless you fancy certain things. For me, probably I might upgrade because I got this as a lease device. So I'd rather just upgrade and get some money shaved off the newer one that comes out, the S24. Probably stay tuned for a review on that. And yes, I'm gonna call it a wrap. Enjoy the slideshow at the end. Stay blessed. Like, share, subscribe. And thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year to you all. And let's make 2024 a beautiful year.